Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Crusader Kings 2 Fall of the Western Roman Empire campaign. So, in the last episode, we continued to, try to establish more territory up in this general direction. We went to war for Paris, which is now called Lutetia, and we are actively trying to kidnap and remove this chief from this province so that we can take it for ourselves. So that's something that we're working toward at the moment. We have the plot going. It should be set to auto invite. I guess I can go in here and kind of manually add in some of the major players. Let's see, there's a 17 here, 16 and a 33. We should have no problem getting well over like 200%, maybe even 300. So this is definitely going to happen. Shame she wouldn't join. That's a lot of plot power. I wonder if that's his wife. That would make sense. She'd have a pretty easy time setting this up for us. But no, unfortunately, she's not willing to join. We'll bribe this guy. Get him in there as well. And that appears to... Oh no, 27 right here. Ooh, that's kind of steep, but I'll do it. 22. That is it. Okay, so that's everybody that we could possibly invite to join us. So that should probably succeed fairly soon. We'll remove him. Again, take this for ourselves so that we can reap the benefits of having a very wealthy province. I don't think we'll turn that into our capital, though. It seems a bit too far north, if I'm being honest. So I'm not sure where we're going to move the capital to. We had discussed this in the comments briefly, and while Milan is more centrally located and historically where the Empire moved the capital to for that reason, I don't like it as much because deploying troops via ship is still much faster than marching them. So if we're trying to conquer, like, say up here, it'll be faster to deploy them in Rome and sail them around Europe and land them here than it would be to march them from this location. So I think I'd almost rather keep it in Rome if that's the alternative. But I'd like to find something, again, a little bit more central than that. So this group of troops is still heading into our own territory before we can disband them. Let's throw a little surprise party for these guys. How many can I call up? It might not be enough. No, it will be. Okay. So that will destroy that army. And something else I was noticing too is while I was looking through all our various like alliances and whatnot, was it you? No. Who had all the children? Marcus did, right? Yeah, so his second son, Priscus Aelianus, is married to the queen up here. And the queen, I noticed, is still pagan. So we have a pretty good relationship with her. We could maybe even improve it. Oh, she's being invited to our plot. So let's get this moving, and we'll let that army arrive as well. But at some point, I'd like to try to convince her to convert to Christianity, because that will help convert that province. Not that that province is doing poorly. In fact, most of the counties, I think, are Christian in there already. But to be safe, I think it would be wise to convert her anyways. A month ago, you bought some baklava from a traveling baklava merchant. Today, you wish to share some of it with a visiting dignitary, but to your horror, you realize it has spoiled. Unfortunately, it's too late. The dignitary eats a few of the delicacies and begins puking for a while afterwards. Yeah, I mean, baklava is not going to keep for a month unless you refrigerate it, which they obviously couldn't, so we lose a bit of prestige there. Oh well, we accidentally poisoned a dignitary. What's happening here? Oh, right. I forgot we gave him a little bit of land. Completely forgot about that. So, raiders have arrived where? I don't know that I care enough to do anything about that. How many troops can I call up here? Oh, that's more than enough. The issue is going to be their morale is 0. So I have to give them time to acquire a bit of morale before I send them in, and these guys might be gone by that point. Anyway, we're currently plotting to take you out of that position. Is there anybody else we can usurp some land from in the meantime? Is there anybody we can usurp some titles from in the meantime? So nobody holds that, apparently. Why not? Can't create it because we don't have enough of the land. Can't revoke it because it doesn't exist. So we need the other 3, which are... Okay, fair enough. Somebody's usurping titles as well. Right, you guys need to start marching. So, what do we need to do to take these, I guess is the question then. We can't declare war because we have troops raised. He's also not independent. So, who is your leader? Oh, the Frisians. Interesting. Hold on a moment. A war has been declared over... What are you trying to conquer right now? First of all, who said that you guys could declare your own wars? And who are you attacking? High Chief Van the Fat. Okay, so he's attacking this. Is that because... Right, that is your de jure territory. So he might claim that for us and save us the trouble. That's kind of nice. He's not bound by a truce like I am, so... There is that advantage at least. So this is the High Chiefdom of Frisia. Are these guys all independent? No, they're part of Frisia too. Why does it not show... Oh. Okay. This is a little confusing. So you are the Frisians. You are also the Frisians. But also not? Or do you just hold several of these independently? Yeah, I think that's what's happening here. That's very strange and awkward, but that's all effectively Frisia. Which means that we'd have to declare war on them, which I don't know if we're prepared to do just yet. So let's keep that moving. You are independent. I need to get rid of these troops before I can do anything, so perfect timing. Perfect timing, okay. Yeah, send the signal, let's kidnap him. Disband those troops. We got him. So I'd like to revoke your title. Am I willing to take that hit? Suppose I have to be because it's the only thing I can do other than just let him go. But I want that territory, so yeah. But at least that prevents any sort of rebellion from happening. And then I will ransom you for 10 gold to this guy. There is a lot of notifications happening here. Somebody's known as the Book Lover, okay. Seeks to kidnap someone else. I've become Countess of something. Yeah, let's just close all these. I'm not going to worry about it. I might miss something important, but I'm probably going to miss a lot of things that aren't important. So, you're working Divio. Divio. Here. You fabricated a claim. Okay. I'll use it. That's very expensive. But that means that, I think I can revoke his title with less consequence. I don't recall what my plan was there, but I think Divio was something we were considering as maybe another potential capital location. It is a fairly big county with 5 building slots. And it is fairly central. So, maybe. Bisantio is also a contender for the same reasons. But I guess we'll see. This is mine now, as is this. Both of them are actually very nice. No, not duchies, provinces, whatever. They're both very built up. Well, actually, this one more so than this. What is your castle level? So you're just like the very basic, versus this is built up a little bit. So I should start improving this. We'll go castle fortifications first, I guess. Castle town would help make us more money. Let's do that first. Boost our income a bit. Alright, so we were going to see if we could declare war on you and how we could go about it. So, we could just outright do a de jure claim. Or, of course, the reconquest. This is probably easier. What title is that through? Probably this one. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. Okay, let's call up our armies. And I think we'll just rely on everybody that's here. So everybody else will just disband. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Okay, you guys can all go home. I guess we can keep that 1300. You know what? No, we'll just say gonna take too long. So we'll start marching these groups. Let's meet in Lutetia, which I'm probably just going to continue referring to as Paris. But yeah, we'll meet there. He's got like 1,600 troops from the looks of it. I can't tell if he's acquiring more. He's going to pay the ransom. But we'll just march in there and take it. And that will give us 2 of 4, which means we need 1 more in order to do anything. So we'd have to declare war on this guy. Unfortunately, he belongs to another faction. You have converted the majority of the population in Basiloletum. Where the hell is that? Okay, well, excellent. I'm going to try to find you now. I suppose, I mean, if he says he's done, he's done. We'll just take his word for it and move him. I think that was over in Illyria somewhere. But anyways, everything that far east is finished. So let's do the remainder of Hispania. And then that just kind of leaves these border provinces as we conquer them, which is pretty good. It means we've got almost the entirety of the empire converted. Although I keep forgetting to talk to her about this. I was going to throw some money her way first, but it looks like it's not going to get me anywhere. I had the option a moment ago. I guess we'll try after the war ends. Or maybe it's because she's in a plot with us. We're being raided. Of course we are. Why are they always landing in Rome? I mean, it is the easiest place for me to deal with them, so I suppose I shouldn't complain. Just kind of annoying. Alright, it looks like he is calling him back up. So these 3,000 men I think will be enough, probably. Let's head them off, the enemy that is. Okay, go ahead and march on in there. You know what, why would you do that when you could do like this and not attack across a river? Okay, somebody else converted, nice. That was a person, not a place, but that's fine. Again, as long as we are converting them. There's a victory for us here. We'll disband you guys once more. It looks like betrothed can marry. Which betrothed? That is our granddaughter Petronia. And this guy who is like the Prince of Axum, I think. He is the faction leader. Not gonna let us do matrilineal, huh? Alright, well, we'll put it through. Okay. Oh, he has to accept it. Right. I thought that would happen instantly for some reason. You can attack here now. And try to be quick about it because we are taking attrition. The supply limits up here, not great. So we'll have to win this and then get the hell out of there as soon as we possibly can. I might hold some of these. Okay, so he's accepted. Perfect. How come she doesn't get a fancy border around her portrait? She should. She's an empress. An empress of a very tiny empire, but still an empress. There's another person converted. Nice. So... okay. As soon as this is done, I think I'll send the smaller army to... I guess we'll see which one I need to... or what I need to do here. So, the army's been defeated, but we still need to continue to pursue them. It looks like, unfortunately, the supply limit here is not very good. Though, we'll take less attrition when they leave. My issue is I need the larger army in order to besiege this place. Because he has massive garrisons. I don't know why he called up so little of his levies, given that we are obviously going to defeat what he did call up. Anyway, I need a decent sized force here to besiege this, but the supply limit is only going to support a moderate sized force, which will be enough to overcome the defenders, but not without a lot of patience, which is disappointing. So you guys are what? Just under 1,000? And that'll put you up to about 1,400. It's not going to be enough. Here's what we need to do. We need to split some forces off. It's going to need to be a little bit more than that. What was the supply limit here again? 2.2. So I need like 200 less men there. That's about right. Okay. Alright, so you guys stay, and you go after them, and you can go help them with that. So that should work. Again, as soon as those armies leave, we won't be suffering attrition here anymore. Somebody's come of age. Don't know who it is. Don't particularly care. Just so long as we win this. Now go after them. Meet them there. Oh, you guys. I guess join them? Sure. This is going to be a long, long war. A painfully long war, because we will not be able to muster enough troops to assault this without taking very, very heavy attrition. So I'm literally going to have to wait all these sieges out, which is very annoying. You guys can go meet up with them too. Go on, go on, go on. Go on, I'm trying to select this army here. There we go. Go meet up with them. Gotta be careful though, because again, supply limit's gonna start causing problems. More betrothed can marry. Wonder who it is this time. Success! Okay. Good on you. 2 for 2 today. Okay. So who's this then? Somebody in my court and Governor Fritiger in the Rough. Okay. Apparently they were betrothed. I had nothing to do with that, so sure. Technological advances. I needed legalism 4, didn't I? If I want to go to... what? Crown Authority Max? No, I need legalism 5. So I'm not going to spend any cultural advances. I think it's trying to get me to spend castle, or sorry, economic. Because we can choose any of the above here. It's going to give us more castle taxes, city taxes, temple taxes. This gives us new buildings, which might be worth it. More trade value or lower construction cost and time. I like the idea of greater taxes. The issue is like which one. So, like you, for example. I think castles are going to be the most common because almost every county capital is a castle. With a few exceptions, but for the most part, that's the most common county capital. And then in terms of the other settlements in the county, there's generally like one of each. So if we looked at like an average of the different building types, I think castle would come out on top. The question though is, I think cities generally earn more on average. Let's just kind of take a look here. So for example, base is 18 for a castle, base is 4. Base 18, base 6. So if we're looking at a percentage, even if towns are underrepresented compared to castles, they seem to, just from the quick little look we gave it, make several times more in taxes, at least at base levels. So an additional, what, 6.2% tax from town infrastructure, I think, is going to ultimately come out to more money. So let's do that. How's this coming? Not great, unfortunately. All right. So they're married. He apparently was lowborn, or what's going on there? Because it was a matrilineal marriage. They're of the same house. Did they just marry like cousins together? I don't know, to be honest. That looks a lot like your sister. Okay. Well, anyway, not my problem anymore. You guys, however, are my problem, and I need you to go fight them. Look, those 64 men are going to win that battle against 500. I probably should have let that play out and just seen what happened. Okay, come on. Merge together, please. Now that force is complete. We'll have them continue to destroy that army. What I might end up doing is, when we're done up there, just sending the whole force here. Attrition be damned. And, if she's of age, why aren't they married yet? It'd probably notify me in a second. Did you come out to be a pretty decent character? I'd say overall, it's a shame that she's deceitful, but that is still like a net benefit to her skills. She is depressed though, which is a shame. I think, yeah, overall she's pretty solid as a character though. And she is quick. He is a genius, so there's a good chance their children will be one or the other. But we should be notified of that pairing in a moment. I don't know why it takes so long actually, but we should get a pop-up saying betrothed can marry fairly shortly, like we have been. Got raiders in not Rome this time, surprisingly. Let's see, if I call up your forces, they're gonna greatly outnumber these guys, but morale is kind of a problem. No, yeah, they lost. They didn't take any actual damage, they just all routed before they could win this. Whoops, there goes my headphones. I don't know that I'm gonna bother to do anything about it. I'll disband them, and if the locals want to handle it, they're welcome to handle it. Stonehill Fort's been built here, so it should ask me to turn that into a castle at some point. But I need I think it pops up here if I remember right. We'll see. What's all this then? Faction disbanded, that's good. You're trying to kidnap somebody. Someone left my court. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Again, you need to be destroying them. That does remind me, we're not plotting anything right now. So, which faction is the biggest threat? 19, 61, 59. Independence has lost a lot of steam. That's good. Gavelkind Succession in Lugdunensis, which is up here. Depending on who I give that to, that might not be such a problem. Definitely don't want it in Italy, though, because that's going to remain mine. So, you have been part of several plots. Who are you? Why does it take me there? Okay, let's try that again. He's an urban prefect, which means he's like a mayor, basically. Ah, there he is. Okay, so he's right here. What did I click on before where it only showed me 3? That's what I clicked on. Okay, so he's here. Let's take our Frumentarius and ask him to lean on that faction leader, like we've been doing. You guys are going to go after them. You're still doing your siege, so off we go. Oh, poor Albinus Memorius. When did they get him? When did he get captured? That's concerning. Because I thought he was just hanging out in my court. Well, I guess he became a lunatic, so maybe it wasn't that big a deal. But yeah, I don't know when he was taken, because I thought he was just still hanging out with us. Okay, that army has been utterly defeated. Why have I still not been notified about this, by the way? Oh, they're married. Okay, good. Can I ask you to convert? Not yet. But they are married. He is the... Oh, I know why I wasn't notified. Because he has his own title right now. That makes sense. He's his own man. We're not in control of him right now. Anyways, you guys, being done with that army, should march down here. And with the assembled, like 4,600 men, we'll be a little bit more aggressive. We still don't have enough to assault these holdings, though. At least not all of them. You did what now? That's concerning. Don't like that. Don't like it one bit. Why are you his vassal? That's very strange. I'm a little confused, actually. I don't understand why this is part of... It must have been through inheritance or something? I don't know. Because he doesn't hold anything in Italy as far as I could tell. God, these things really pile up really fast. Okay, so 4,600 men. We're only at 33% war score. This is going to take an eternity. Let's assault it. We're going to lose a lot of men doing it. There's victory. That brings us up considerably, almost to 60. But we still have a long way to go. We've got raiders in Rome. Not anymore, we don't. There's also raiders here. And apparently the defenders there are virtually non-existent. Can you go over there and handle that real quick? I know your morale's not great, but somebody's got to deal with it. Oh, whoops. Sorry, Marcellus. I'll put him in the middle then. Alright, off you go. How about down here? Can disband you guys once more. What's going on now? Why does it not pause when I pause? Okay. Luxembourg is being attacked by another small force. Maybe we'll send them there when we're done. So raiders, apparently, what happened to you? You just died? Bedridden and infirm. Well, he lived to 68. He doesn't look 68. Anyways, we need a new tax collector, basically. I'd like to give it to you, but you are very unloyal. Maybe I'll just give it to Aurelius. Gotta reward loyalty. Okay, so you go collect taxes. I'm gonna call in allies. Otherwise we're gonna be here forever. Maybe they can deal with the settlement while I go handle raiders or something. So we have a dangerous faction at 82%, which is the faction that I went after. Oh, apparently it was her time. We have a new heir. It's our younger brother, until of course we have our own children. So Emperor Flavius Salverius Nepos. Augusta Juliana has given up the ghost at age 79. It's pretty old. Pretty damn old for this time, especially. Died a natural death. Well known to be charitable, she freely gave money to her friends and family. A godly woman, Juliana is with God now. Okay, there's also a lot of pretenders. Like a ton of pretenders. But, yeah, we've got a new emperor. Luckily that did not end our war. We have 2 children that lack guardians. So Constancy, who we will assign to, I don't know. I guess the Empress? Why not? And who's the other? Probus, who's your younger brother. I will have you look after him. I don't recall, like, what are you good at? What's going to be the fastest way to find the Emperor? Or do you already have too many? Maybe you do. You have 2 wards. Who the hell is this? I'm going to assign him to somebody else. Sure. Okay. What's going on over here? Why is there just a random army? Oh, because he had an army raised for something. Anyways, yeah. I'm going to... Oh, we didn't get the claim on Divio. Whoops. Or the Eastern Roman Empire. That one we expected, though. We were trying to kill somebody, apparently? Did we inherit that intrigue? Yeah, no, we're good. I'm going to cancel that. And his independence faction has disbanded. Okay, let's look through this. We need a new council. It looks like Callistus here is the most qualified, so we'll appoint him. I would like him fabricating claims on... On what? I don't know. So let's not do anything yet. Magister Militum. It looks like Marcellus is, again, the most qualified. He's also the leader of the First Legion, so that's pretty fitting. He's apparently leading troops. Yeah, he's leading this army, actually. So we'll have him training troops when he's done with that. Is there no better choice here? There's still one. He hates the new emperor less than he hated the empress, but he still is not very fond of us. And then for our Frumentarius, who was employed before? I'm going to have to go with the next best choice. I do not trust my spy master to hate me and still do his job effectively. So let's go with somebody a little bit more loyal. And I would like for you to be scheming. The question is where? So factions. We still have a Gavelkind succession faction that we need to deal with. And it's the same one that we were trying to deal with before. So I think what we will do is what we had done before in doing that. You're still trying to convert people? That's fine. Okay. Minor titles. We need to designate a regent. I will designate the younger brother if I can find him. Still not seeing him. That's strange. He is the heir, at least currently, so you would think he'd be higher up in this list, but apparently not. That is very strange. I know why, because he's not actually a member of my court. He's a member of her court. So I will instead designate... how about our aunt, possibly? Sure, why not? Court jester, nobody. Court musician, apparently Maximanus of happy memory is content to do it. I'm not going to appoint a Caesar yet. Until he has a son, I don't see a reason to. We have a proconsul, several actually. Basically everybody who has the title of king or consul. What is this again? Senior court adjutant. There's two choices. You're my frumentarius, so I'll give it to you. Make you a little bit happier. Oh, apparently it was based on stewardship. Well, this guy was a little bit more qualified, but ultimately I don't think it matters. What about here? Lesser court adjutants or assistants. So I think it is going to be, again, based on stewardship. You guys should be generals. So I'll give it to, like, you. I guess you. And finally, you should be a priest. How about Pontius? What was this one again? Comes Dispositionum. Imperial calendar. And again, I wish I knew what skill this was based on. No way of knowing until we just give it to somebody. So, Aurelius, you're pretty, like, generally okay at a lot of things. Let's give it to you. It was diplomacy, okay, and we picked a decent diplomat. What about this one? Control of the mints. That's probably going to be stewardship. You're the only option, so you can have it. Yeah, that's my steward. And then this one is the master of the wardrobe. No idea which skill that's going to involve. So we'll pick again somebody that's kind of okay at a lot of things. Not you. Like, who decides who makes it into this list? I have no idea. I'm not even going to bother. None of those people really matter. And we have one commander slot left. So let's give it to Marinus. Let's boot you. How the hell you became a commander is beyond me. Oh, I think we inherited his old commanders. So Gaius, you should definitely be one. This guy is a 0. We'll replace him with Julius. You're an 8, so we'll put Leon in there. At a 10, I'm sure we can do better. I don't know about you, so let's choose him because he is a governor, or actually a king. At a 6, I think we can do better as well. Yeah, screw it. You can command armies for us. 12. Can we really not do better than 12? Okay, apparently that's the best we can do. How about laws? No, we still need more legalism, so we have to kind of wait that out. I don't think any of that needs to change, and ideally it probably shouldn't. So, yeah, I think overall things are looking good. Okay, so now you guys just need to have children. And let's choose an ambition for him. Have a daughter, have a son would be a good ambition. Reign for 20 years is a long way off, so there's no point. Assemble a great council. I don't think we're at, yeah, we're not close. So there's no reason to take that. Go traveling a little early in your career for that. Find a hobby, find love, make a friend, befriend a priest. We could try to make him fall in love with his wife and make them more likely to have children. But I think let's just try to have a son. And I still need to assign you a guardian. I was trying to make it so the emperor could do it, and it looks like I did free that up. Perfect. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. We still hold this. The game should allow me to upgrade it to a castle. I can't until the religion is converted. I don't recall if you finished that job or not. You did. Okay. So I was just waiting to be allowed to move him, which means I finally can. And I will go here first. As soon as that's converted, we can upgrade it to a castle and then hand it off to somebody else. He's on his own, though I can upgrade it for them. I don't know if I'm feeling that generous. Actually, no, it wouldn't matter, because if he's not Nicene Christian, and if the county's not Nicene Christian, then it's irrelevant. You already have a castle. You do not. And this one is pretty well built up. Okay. I should upgrade my own, but still waiting on that castle town. I could also build something here. I think a temple would be in order if we were going to build anything. Of course, got building slots here and here too. I say let's build a city here. Let's do that, because that'll make me a lot of money. So, city. And I should continue to upgrade this, because I'd like to get it to a proper castle, like so. What is your fortification at? Castle walls 4 versus castle walls 1. So maybe when we hit 4 it'll upgrade? I guess we'll find out. So with that, I think we're out of time. We didn't get a whole lot done. We didn't even finish this small war, but we did have, obviously, our queen, or not our queen, our empress die, and her son take over. Can we change up his appearance a little bit, by the way? I don't know if I'm feeling that hairstyle, necessarily, although on his face, that might have been the best option. Okay, cancel. What about a little bit of facial hair? I think he's too young. He's only 20, well, I guess at this time, 21, they could grow a beard. That's not bad. I don't know. I'll think about it. But maybe as he gets older. Anyway, in the next episode, we'll finish this war, which hopefully won't take too painfully long. And then we'll need to figure out how we want to go about taking this province. Again, it does belong to this faction here, which they're not really a threat. They're pretty small, but it is something to keep in mind. Once we have these two, we can create the duchy, which will then give us claim on this, which we already have claim on it through the kingdom, but still, we might be able to just vassalize this guy outright. Probably not, just based on the religion and the culture, but anyways, we'll be able to create that duchy, and then we can move on to maybe bigger territory. We need to finish conquering in Spain as well. There's still a lot of territory in Spain to deal with. So, all things to keep in mind. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Crusader Kings 2 with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.